Hello there, people doing Revelation. Now, today what we're going to look at is the strengths and weaknesses of Revelation. So we've looked at general and special revelation. We've looked at what people might learn about God through Revelation. And today we're going to look at what's good about them and also what's bad about them. Remember, in our lessons we only ever look at both sides of the argument because it's got to be you decide. And today I'm definitely going to give it, what do you think? Alright, with the strengths and weaknesses. Probably be quite a long video today, so please bear with it. I might even stick it out of 20, the test, and let's see how that one goes. But yeah, strengths and weaknesses of Revelation. What's good about them? What's bad about them?
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sally McCroy here. Now, I have, as you all know, was cured in Lourdes, God showing his omnipotence and curing me of my very bad cancer. Now, what I will say to you is that Revelation must be real, because if God can cure people from cancer, and he does, I had various tests afterwards, and the doctors didn't know how I was cured. It was a miracle. So the revelation works, and it does actually show that special revelation is real. Hello there, everyone. St. Paul here. Well, as you know, I had a vision of Jesus in the sky. And the thing is that the revelation itself backs up what the religion teaches, that indeed Jesus did rise from the dead, as he told me so in the vision. So it backs up what the religion says. It wasn't anybody else who appeared to me, no, but it was Jesus himself. So there you are. The strength is it backs up what the religion already says.
Hello, me again, Pope Benedict, ex-Pope Benedict. Well, Jesus' resurrection was obviously a sign that special revelation is real, due to the fact that millions and millions of people all over the world, they believe in this special revelation. In fact, it forms the basis of many of their lives. It is the most important thing. Even people willing to die for this special revelation, because Jesus rose from the dead, rather than say he did not. For example, the person you heard from last, St. Paul, he had his head chopped off in Rome, and that is why you often see St. Paul with a sword, because he had his head chopped off with a sword. So the idea is that Christianity, special revelation, the biggest one, the resurrection, has affected millions and millions of people all over the world. Hello there, Mr. Dawkins here. Well, I'm here to talk about revelation this time, not about the existence of God. Now, I said that basically any kind of revelation is an illusion, and the people who believe in revelations are in fact deluded. And I wrote a book about it. It is behind me here now. It's called The God Delusion. Anyone who believes in God and believes God reveals himself or Godself to us is deluded. For example, it is difficult to prove certain things happen. Special revelation happens only to individuals. Take the resurrection of Jesus, for example, an amazing event that is all over the world. However, only a few individuals actually saw Jesus resurrected. And let's face it, that was what they were expecting to see. Now, also, Mrs. McCroy in Lourdes. Why did she go to Lourdes in the first place? Obviously, she expected to be cured. And so she was desperate to have that kind of a revelation happen to her. So again, her evidence cannot be trusted, because she had a supposed revelation that might just have happened because of medicine or something like that. And also, for thousands of years, people have been hearing voices, maybe due to certain things they've eaten or drunk or taken. And this may have explained away St. Paul on the road to Damascus. Now, whilst it did show that Christianity and the resurrection might be there, of course he may have just felt sorry for the pain and suffering he had caused Christians. And therefore this happened. He heard the voices. It is also interesting that the other people in his entourage did not hear the same voices or see the vision of Jesus. So when we look at Revelation, special revelation, can we actually prove that it is real? Well, I think not, ladies and gentlemen of Droitwich Bar High School, but it is for you to decide. Okay, hope you are well and see you soon.
Hello, it's Nicky Cruz. Now, revelation can change people, just like it's changed me. It affected me for the better, and it can affect millions of people worldwide. Indeed, its effects are worldwide. I want you to have a look at my website and see how much a difference that the general revelation that David Wilkerson and reading the Bible gave to me, especially reading holy books. Millions of people worldwide have been affected by reading their holy books. So general revelation, the strength of it, is that anybody can be affected by it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the strength of general revelation. Hey, hello everyone, it's me again, it's Saint Thomas Aquinas. Now remember what happened to me, okay? I said to you about a conscience, how anybody can use their conscience to find about a God. Yeah, and that backs up sort of the idea that anybody can experience them, the same as Nicky Cruz says there. But also the fact that scientific people can actually test out whether or not you're telling the truth about it, and how a conscience actually affects you. So sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, a general revelation can be backed up by what the people say, okay, and whether people are not telling the truth. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So don't forget, a conscience, ladies and gentlemen, a general revelation, God informs you, and it can be backed up, and the millions of people going to feel it. Hey, hello!
Hello, I am the Right Reverend William Paley, and the fact that I am a reverend and somebody who can be trusted has led many people to believe that revelation is real. Indeed, when I came out with my design argument, it was taken as being very, very, very good because of who I was. I was a very intelligent man, a reverend of the highest order, and writing my book on natural theology. And of course, since then, many people have questioned whether God does exist, reveals himself through nature. But of course, deep down, that's what we all know is true. Certainly, if you believe me, you believe in the numinous, that there is something greater out there, that God must have designed the universe and is revealing Godself to you all the time through the created world. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, God revealing Godself through nature all the time.
Hello again. Well, here I am to talk about general revelation, which is slightly harder because it affects so many more millions of people. Many people being brought up in their religion, and generally God revealed to them by their parents or their family members. Well, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, that again I can say that it is not entirely true. Indeed, people have wishful thinking. Their consciences, they believe, are given to them by God, whereas it's actually their surroundings that actually take part in that. You can remember that when we looked at the argument from morality for the existence of God. It is social conditioning that informs them of what is right and wrong. Also things like the numinous design is actually an illusion. It is not God, but millions and millions of years of evolution. So what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Is it indeed God revealing Godself, or just a way that the world has come about, giving the illusion of design and purpose? Now also, these general revelations could have been brought about by what people have drunk at the time. Certainly you could say that people often in their general revelations have been intoxicated in some way, whether that's by alcohol or other means of actually losing control of their body. Also, the big one, I suppose, for me is someone like Nicky Cruz. Why did he try and realize that God is speaking to him being a Christian? Maybe it was because he was a Christian in a Christian country, the United States of America. Very big Christian country. Whereas if the gangster had have been on the streets of Calcutta, maybe he would have been converted into being a Hindu. Or indeed on the streets of Iran or Iraq, maybe he would have been converted to being a Muslim. So you can see the problem. It seems to conflict. Why does God reveal Godself to different people in different ways, claiming to be a different God? Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to look at in lessons to come. But indeed, why did Nicky Cruz take on Christianity and not some other form of religion is to be questioned the world over. And so, ladies and gentlemen, general revelation, I'm afraid, is just a form of social conditioning that you believe the God of the choice of the country or the family where you come from, and not, indeed, God revealing Godself to people. Indeed, it just shows how people can be deluded.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. All the different strengths, all the different weaknesses. Now, hopefully, you've looked at the strengths of the various different revelations said by those people who actually experienced those revelations. And also then our friend Mr. Dawkins has come up with the idea why the revelations might not be so good. Okay, and he's given us a few reasons to think about. And hopefully what you've been able to do with your notes is to be able to list those, the strengths and the weaknesses of both general and special revelation. So we started off with special. Then we went on to look at general, and maybe you began to understand more of the idea of which one might be more powerful for people, which one might be more powerful for a theist. Is it special revelation? Is it general revelation? And ultimately then, does God reveal Godself to human beings? Well, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think?